Hey guys, I'm really excited about the card today. I'm not sure if you have ever kind of made your own designer series paper before, but that's kind of what we're going to do today. So if you have not seen this stamp set before, we are using Darling Details, and I'm really excited for the fun that we have today. So let's dive in and take a closer look. My thought process with this was just colorful, fun, and use this super cute stamp set. I went and I pulled colors that I thought would go really well together. As you see, a lot of them are some of the newer colors, not all of them. Lost Lagoon, Daffodil Delight, Starry Sky, Orchid Oasis, Berry Burst, and Bubble Bath. In that, I used a bubble bath for the base. 2 pieces of white cut to 5 1/4 by 4. The base 8 1/2 by 5 1/2. Berry Burst. What did I say?
Bubble bath.
Oh, this is Berry Burst, not Bubble Bath. So everyone who's looking at me super confused right now, I apologize. Anthony corrected me. My mind is still kind of crazy. So Berry Burst 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, and then we need a teeny tiny sheet of scrap at 1 1/4 by 1 3/4, and then we need 2 pieces of white at 5 1/4 by 4, and 1 little piece of white at 1 by 1 1/2. So now I'm just going to go ahead and fold my base in half, and then I can kind of get that out of the way. And then I'm going to go ahead, and I used the Orchid Oasis for the same. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's a little bubbly. Okay. My kiddos are up here playing, so if you hear whistling or yelling or randomness, that would be why. I think Anthony just went to check on them. If you attend in-person camps at my house, you know that my house is a lot of things, but quiet is not one of them. Okay, so then we can just set this aside. And we have 2 pieces. So I did not do a ton on the inside, but I did do some. And I realized that there is a saying that I did not get out. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So you might want to as well. It's up to you. Orchid Oasis again. Okay. So kind of stamp that. Okay, what is up with me today? Okay, well, take 2. It's not blurry, I'm just crooked now. Okay. Okay, there we go. So I went ahead and took care of that. Now, I like to start by figuring out what color goes with what. So I need to move some stuff out of the way. What can they, how far?
Right there.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set out my colors, and everybody can see them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, how far over does it go, though? That's it?
You can put one more to the side.
This way?
And then scoot it just a little bit that way.
Like that?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay. So, what I like to do, because this is a lot of pieces, is I like to put things together. So, with the Lost Lagoon, we're doing the twig. And then with the bubble bath, we're doing the inside of the flower. But then the berry burst is the outside of the flower. I guess it wasn't on the sticky, shaded spruce. Shaded spruce, take it from another station. It might be somewhere else. Okay. So then the Daffodil Delight is the little tiny flower. Shaded Spruce, it can be seen right there, right? Is the leaf. And then we have two more left. So the Starry Sky is the outside of the flower, and then the Orchid Oasis is the inside of the flower. Now, I'm going to tell you, yes, could I have stamped on and off? I could have, but I wanted a little bit more color, and I also wanted simplicity. So I kind of wanted it to be where if I was stamping with other people, they could stamp one and go and it not be super confusing, hold it up a longer. So it gives us a more vibrant piece, but then it also lets us stamp with more people. So if you're wondering why I kind of chose what I chose, that is kind of why. So to start with, I want to take the Berry Burst and actually, I think I'm going to go inside first. So Bubble Bath and then the inside. And I'm just going to stamp. So I will show you just there we go. Nice and simple. So with the Shaded Spruce, that is the only color I kind of did both with. So you're going to stamp full on, and then you are going to stamp off just for that one. So there's our inside piece. We can go ahead and set it aside. So now we're going to collage our big piece. The perk of it is that we can kind of do whatever we want to do. Position it wherever we want to. For some personalities and mindsets, it's kind of hard because you want like symmetry and you want all these things. And there is no rhyme or reason as to how you're going to go about it. You're really just going stamp happy. You cannot overthink it. You cannot want it to be symmetrical. So we're going to go ahead and put these away now. And then we'll go ahead and we'll just handle the, what is this called? The leaf of it. The reason I do the leaf first is so then we don't collage so much it goes missing. Let me go back over that one. So there we go. So now I tend to go biggest image to littlest image just because. So I will show you if you want to do the other way and kind of go through like big and then stamp on the inside, you can. It doesn't really matter. I think some people wonder, is there a preference? I don't know if there is. I tend to like to outline the image. That's why I kind of do the inside then the outside. But if your brain works the other way, you can. As you see, either can be completely fine. That is the joy of this two-step stamping. It doesn't have to be perfect. So now we have two left. So we are going to come through, again, I like to go biggest to little. I'm going to come through and I'm going to fill in places. And then the last one with the little flower, we just fill in the gaps. Okay, what do we think? Sometimes I can just go stamp happy, but yeah, how fun is that? So Now you just kind of got to pick it up, shake it off, because we are so busy looking at it with like a fine tooth comb. We have to pull back, or we may or may not like it, and we don't want to do too much. And we're going to start putting things together. So go ahead and put your birthday saying. I know some people's thoughts are probably like, hey, can I do a whole sheet of that? Some people do, and then they just cut it down, and you then have 4 cards at one time. You absolutely can. Like, that is the fun of it. But then you just have something fun. It looks like designer paper, but you use stamps, and it made everything happy. So I used dimensionals right here. And I just felt like this was, what do you think? I just felt like this was a super fun, super summery birthday card that was just different. So I hope you enjoyed it.